Network. On the Edge with Sonji on the Coyote Man Show.
Hey, welcome everybody on the Edge with Sonji.
And T.
And Uncle Shelton in the building. Yeah. Yeah.
What's up, Uncle Shop? What's up, T?
Uncle Shelton in
Yeah.
the building. Sanji in the
Yeah.
building on a Monday. It's a raining Monday, T.
Yeah.
So what are we naming this Monday? Hot Topic Monday?
Hot topics.
Oh,
Mm,
wow. We
mm.
don't be doing that a lot. I wonder how y'all going to execute this program. One shout out on Coyote Man of the Coyote Man Show Network
Yeah. Yeah.
and Majestic Raw said he'll be here
Yeah.
at 9:30. I said,
Well,
see you next week, bro.
We'll be here. Derek, bring it on down. We'll be here.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate everything. I appreciate you, Majestic Raw, and your the laid answers.
Don't
Mm.
Quiet Storm, bring it
I
on.
love it though. I like it. I like when he just be like, and then come out of nowhere. I'm like, yay! That's like something different.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yes. So we got some hot topics going on today. Let me see what we got here. Okay, so we have the Chicago. What was that? What happened in Chicago? T. Just to title it up.
Oh, the mother and son was charged with murder of a gentleman because they got
Okay.
into an altercation in
And
a
then
fast food.
Awesome. And then Uncle Shelton, we got the Titanic situation with the submarine, right?
Yes, there were 5 people, unfortunately, that were killed in the Titan, what they call it, submersible
Okay,
ocean gate.
so we're gonna get into that, and then we have the tribute to Tina Turner from the BET that who was supposed to be doing the tribute? Patty
Patty
LaBelle.
LaBelle.
Patty LaBelle. And then last but not least, we have Blue Ivy is killing it.
She is.
Mm.
She is killing it on the internet.
She
Right?
really
I
is.
mean, my daughter, she got down and learned to dance, and she killed it too. She was like, if an 11-year-old can do it, and she's 14, she says, 11-year-old can do it, I can do it. I was like, go for it. You know what I'm saying? And
And she was ever bit a 11-year-old. She was not like over the top or anything. There's clips I've seen her in, and she was just being herself. Like, okay, this is my mother. I'm in it. I'm for it.
I like the way they put the camera on her, guys. When they put the camera on her, you can tell. I was thinking, did Blue Ivy make those steps up herself and then, made them conform? You know what I mean? Because, I mean, if that was me and I was a parent, I'd be like, listen, you make these steps up and you teach it to them. It's a lot
Mm,
easier, right? But they look like they belong to her. What do you
yeah.
think?
She was definitely killing it. She was definitely like she was in her element. Of course, her mom is a performer. So again, her dad is a performer, and you can see it's in the genes. Like that's who she is, her authentic self. And of course, you always got a negative Nancy out there in the world who try
Hmm.
to shun on a on a pretty little young girl. Like she 11, like let her be great on her own. It wasn't even nothing about her mother or her dad at the moment. She was
Hmm.
just being a 11-year-old performing. Like
She's pretty tall
your
for her
11-year-old
age.
would perform.
She's about her mom's height almost now. She's pretty tall. I
Yeah.
guess she takes after her dad with the height. But I was checking out what's trending on the internet with the parents taking pictures. They're posting a lot of the pictures of the celebrities in their children and seeing how the genes are like how they all look so much alike. And that's why I picked Blue Ivy and her mother and her dad because some people say she looked more like her dad,
I believe she looks more like her dad.
but when you look at them together, you could like when you look at the picture that I have up right now,
Hmm.
you can see she looks like her mom too.
She's built like her mom. Like her structure is definitely her mom. But I give her all her. She got a dad's whole face. Like she has a dad.
I
So
think
like,
her bottom part, the bottom of her face is her father's, but the top is her mama.
you think
Right,
so? You
that's
think
what
it's
I
half and
see.
half?
That's what I
Yeah,
I just
see.
feel like she got his
yeah. I
whole
think
face.
I
Like,
see
I,
it.
I think the
She got
eyes
the
and the
whole.
eyebrow and forehead, that's her
oh, you
mama,
think the
and then the
forehead is the
jaw,
mom?
nose, and
The
lips, and
nose and lips
that's
and the
dad.
mouth is dad all day. I see it. I see it. They're
Them
gorgeous
eyes
though.
is them. I mean,
They're gorgeous.
he cannot say he's not the father.
Yes.
Oh no,
That
he better not.
He cannot.
that is the truth.
He
So,
cannot.
but shout out to Blue Ivy. I think you're awesome. You're being a very good role model to these young girls. That you're not dancing in any provocative way. You have these. It's almost like she's doing TikTok steps, but they're
Hmm.
like so cute, and she's keeping up with
And it's innocent
professional dancers,
dancers.
and I think she's awesome. And she's got a lot of. I mean, what I would say, big shoes to fill.
Hmm.
With a mom and dad in entertainment, but I see she holding on.
She is. She definitely.
So Shelton, if you haven't seen her, you can check it out. She do have a couple of IG pages. I don't know if they're authentic or they belong to her, but they are showing her doing those steps, and she killing it.
Yeah, I check out the skills. I check out the
Yeah.
skills.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So then we wanted to get to the BET Awards, right?
Of course, I didn't watch. I see things trending on the internet. I'm not a big TV person. You guys already know that. However, I
Right.
saw the thing with Patty LaBelle.
Uh huh.
Uh,
And she was doing a tribute to
she
Tina
did a
Turner.
tribute to Tina Turner, and
Right.
they said it wasn't so well put together,
Uh
so
huh.
to speak. I don't know. I haven't seen it.
I was looking for
My
it.
whole
Does
thing is
anybody have
Patty's
it?
and Patty's in her 70s. Like, what was you expecting her to do? My whole thing is just her being a legend and showing up on the stage would have been good for me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't know. Like Tina
I
Turner was
didn't get not one clip of it.
she
I
was
can't find it.
a rock and roll singer. She wasn't a R&B singer or anything of that nature. So just honor people. Like, why do we have to pick people apart? That's my whole thing. Like,
Yeah,
it was a
I,
kind gesture. She was being human, and Patty probably felt whatever she felt honored to do that um to even do the role
Mm-hmm.
of standing in her shoes. That lady got some big shoes to fill. Everybody can't mock Tina.
Right.
So who would you have
Yeah.
chosen? Like, who would you have chosen to really
To do Tina,
to do
I'd have
Tina?
had Angela Bassett up there.
it could be like
She don't sing
Lisa
though.
She didn't
Fantasia or
sing. She
somebody. I
didn't
mean,
sing. Yeah, Fantasia.
like
Yeah, Fantasia,
you
yes.
could have did a Fantasia move. Yeah,
Yeah.
she could have worked it. I done seen her throw them thighs.
Oh yeah, I didn't
She
seen
know
her.
how
I
to.
done seen her performance several times, and she is a
Yeah,
great performer.
Fantasia.
yeah. It's
Yes.
like what do you? I'm curious. What do you expect? It's like again, Tina Turner. She was a mover. You ain't
Right,
see
a
her
moving
sitting
and
on no
shaker.
stoop singing or whatever. She even up in the age or whatever, she was still kicking them legs, boy. She was kicking them legs. It's like
Right,
you can't expect that
right.
from Patty. Patty ain't no leg kicker.
And she not
She
no
always
spring
been.
chicken.
Wow. Well, you know what?
It's
I'm sorry. I
it's like
wanted
the
to see it. I was looking forward to seeing that. But unfortunately, I guess we'll see it. But I agree with you, T, that
Your 70-year-old grandmother not kicking her legs up.
yeah. You
se-
Come
can't
on.
ask for
well,
so
Not,
I'm saying that
much.
she
Come
would
on now,
sing
stop
though,
playing.
right?
I mean,
But you
again,
can't.
but again,
You
her voice is
can't.
still what it is. But again, you asking someone that's well up in
You
age to perform like she 45. Like,
you
how do
you
you
can't
do
get
that?
you
You're
can't
not
get
even kicking your
an
legs up
Anita
at
Baker
50.
to do a Beyonce song.
Right.
You just can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like
Right.
that's not what they for. It's like you can't get. It's like you got people that sing that sang that all they
Right.
gotta do is sit on a chair and because you just so mesmerized by the vocals. It ain't about that. But you get somebody like let's say a Janet Jackson,
Mm.
or Beyonce or something. You're
Mm-hmm.
going for the experience of what they're going to do on stage. It ain't about just the vocals, even though they got them. It ain't about just the vocals. They're gonna do some
Right.
stuff. They're gonna get freaky sometimes. They're gonna take somebody up on stage. They're gonna
Right.
give them the nice time they want. And it's different. They knew better than that. And we love Patty, but that's not what she's supposed to be doing. Not at no 7 years old. That's not
She
what she's
could have
supposed to
been
be
in the
doing.
audience show and
Yes.
hit a note or
I'm gonna
two.
tell you who I did like. I did what I'm just looking back at the clips. It was Amigos, the Migos, right?
Hmm.
When they did that, you gotta go back and check that out. They did an awesome job.
Okay.
Listen, listen. That was trending on the internet, right? When everybody was
Mm,
doing the imitation.
Hmm.
I thought it was so awesome.
mm.
But they had the one of them passed away, right?
Yeah.
What was his name?
Um.
Rest in peace. But they had a
What is his name?
I
T-
don't want to act like I don't remember his name.
take off.
Take off.
Take off. Yeah.
Yes,
Take
Take
off.
off.
yes. They had him up on the screen and everything as a memory, and then they were performing. And I don't know. Do anybody know if they performed since he passed away?
I don't think so.
Well, that was pretty awesome.
I don't believe so.
They really did do an excellent job. But so if anybody gets the clip of Patty, I would just like to see it. It's good, bad, or different. You know what I'm saying? She's a legend.
Right. That's my whole thing. I'm gonna see her as a legend. I'm not even gonna go into picking her apart as far as she moved to the left instead of to the right. Any of that. Like,
Mhm.
get a lady her flowers while she alive. Because if had she been deceased, they wouldn't even be having this conversation. Like, give her flowers. Cause your grandmother can't sing like that.
Right. So what was
Got a
the
point.
other thing? Okay, let me bring that. Let me bring that clip back up. So we had. All right. So the that submarine. And we were hearing so
Yeah.
many different things about it, and them having and running out of air and all of that. What actually happened with that? You got that, Shelton?
I, from what I've read and heard, um, it's believed that it imploded,
Mm-hmm.
um, and um, pretty much I had to look at, like, they how they computerize things, and they give you kind of like a, 'cause of course nobody saw it, but I mean what the belief is that happened. And I'm like, hmm. And I want to say this first, like, my heart goes out to the family, the
Mm-hmm.
friends of the people that lost their lives, and um, but at the same time, I want to give this public service announcement.
Oh no, not the public service
Um,
announcement.
when you hear the term Titanic and it requires you to go in the water, you need to stay your behind out that vicinity, because nothing good comes from the term Titanic water. The ship ain't made. We talking about a ship that sunk in 1912. 1912. And somebody came up with this idea that we have to see it. What are you going to do when you see it? I mean, we've seen photos and videos and things like, what it's a decrepit ship from 1912. Ain't too much more to it, It's like ain't too much more to it. And you're going to take your behind down there in water, in deep water. You going 13,000 feet past hell to see this ship,
Oh
that's been
my
sunk since
goodness.
1912. My mom and daddy wasn't even thought about then. My grandparents was probably playing, tic tacs and some other stuff around the time. It's like, what are you gonna do when you're down there? You just gonna take a picture? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? And it's like, okay, I, when I heard, like, the guy, Stockton Rush, he's the CEO of the Ocean Gate Experience touring stuff, that type thing. And they were interviewing him, and I was upset,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm like, because Grant, I ain't know nothing about dude until this happened. Rest his
Mm-hmm.
soul, rest his soul. Condolences to the family. Yes.
Right.
But this dude was being interviewed, and he showed the reporter, how it works, what he got. He had like a little screen, looked like a little, probably about the size of a portable TV, like maybe a little, no, matter of fact, maybe an iPad, screen, and he just pointing things. He pointing, And he said, and it's controlled by this. This dude pulled out a secondhand PlayStation controller. And I'm like, hold up, She. Wait a minute.
It was a drone controller?
No.
Hold up. It wasn't even that sophisticated. You know what I'm saying? It was a PlayStation. For my gaming people that watch this, we are familiar with the third-party controllers that aren't authentic by no means. The Mad Cats, no disrespect to them, but I'm just saying they third-party. You know, they're not original PlayStation equipment. You know, this dude pulled this out, and it had little funny little knobs on it. I'm like, yo, wait a minute, hold up. You do realize we going 13,000 feet. You know, we going to the floor of the ocean. Has anybody, I have never seen, has anybody ever walked on the ocean floor? Has anybody ever seen and just, play hopscotch on the ocean floor? Right. No. And you going to take me down there with a PlayStation controller, a knockoff? You ain't even get the authentic joint. You ain't even get a PlayStation 5 joint that you put on there, whatever. You going to give me? No, dog. That's when I would have had passed. I would have been like, nah. But I'm staying true to my statement. Titanic and water, stay away from it. Titanic, the movie, killed attention spans. Thousands of them. Because it took too long for the ship to sink. The Titanic itself killed over 1,500 people.
Okay.
This Titan submersible took 5 lives. A father and son and some other people.
Well,
and I'm like,
those people that was taken were relatives of people who actually was taken from the first ship.
My whole thing, Sonji, and Shelton, the fact that you paid $250,000 to get on this makeshift submarine with a Wish controller, and you take your 17-year-old son because it's your weekend.
That's the people. He didn't want to go.
And you signed a suicide mission.
Well, he didn't want to go.
Of course, but he had no choice. It was his father's weekend. Like, you didn't take him roller skating to a movie, even to go skydiving. I mean, I'm all for excursions and things, but not to my demise. But
I got a ding.
Not only that, the Mermaid movie, I don't know if anyone's seen the newest Mermaid movie. I did. And when I saw this movie, the mermaid say that the people in the sea creatures, don't fool with humans. So don't take yourself down there. And I'm one of those people, I'm going to listen to the sea creatures because they asked me not to come in their house. So I'm not going to their house. I'm not going to their house.
I'm going to need to rewind for 2 seconds, for about 2 minutes. Did you say, now I'm not the greatest math magician enough. Did you say 250,000?
Yes. $250,000. And not only that, there's a maritime law that says if someone is killed at sea or anything or in the ocean, that you don't need a body, so that whatever insurance policies or things that you have in place, you can get your coins.
They also said that they weren't able to sue either because they all signed waivers.
Of course they did.
Nothing. You taking me
so I don't even know if those guys was in the water. I can't.
I can't breathe. Just thinking about it, I can't breathe.
You didn't shout 250.
You said 250,000. And he didn't even get the Xbox Series X controller to control that thing. He got a knockoff PlayStation 2 controller. And the thing, and for 250,000, you should have lazy boys in that motherfucker. You should have freaking TVs up in there. I should be able to watch the game and look outside and see Titanic. It's like I should be able to have catered food on this mother. Did y'all happen to see the inside of this motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? Did y'all have Sonji, I'm not even a claustrophobic type person, but I got sick. Because the fact of the matter is, these people, leg room, nothing. It's like they were just there. It's like it's a tube. It's like ain't but so big. And I'm like, wait a minute, hold up, Chief. They done pissed me off. $250,000 a year. I am talking about food prices. This some bull job. This some bull job.
$250,000 per
$250,000
person.
per
So which
person.
means the
So
father
it's
and
5
son paid
people.
$500,000. So think about that.
Can we get
See.
can they get their money back?
What, Sonji?
Huh?
No refunds. And they probably had to put a deposit. Like,
Once they sue them,
they can't even
once they
sue.
sue them,
They
that
can't
refund
sue.
go to my kids. I need them to get that half a
Now-
mil.
now
I
I'm
feel
questioning.
sorry for the
Now,
mother of the son.
now I'm questioning because I don't know how legalities work. Because if it's my family, I ain't signed a darn thing. So what they sign, that's them. I got my own. You gotta pay for my pain and suffering. I ain't signed jack. It's like
Exactly. The company.
anybody in that water. Anybody in that water, I'ma sue Best Buy for where he bought the supplies from. I'ma sue Target.
They signed a waiver.
I'm suing Target because when you listen to the guy,
Didn't sign it.
They signed a waiver.
We gonna get around it. We got law.
The wife just get ready to go into these trusts to get her money for her son and whatever money he left for her.
Well, they should get. I'm sure it covers under their
accidental death
insurance. Yeah.
I'm suing.
If they don't find a body,
they don't have to. You don't have to have a body because
for insurance purposes.
They don't have to have a body for insurance because of the maritime law.
Because they're in the water.
Because they're in the water. Yep.
Or they on Mars.
They ain't come visit me in Pluto.
Some people believe that that they didn't die because they can't find the body. I feel like how do you really know they got on there? They could have got on there, took a picture and got off. I'm not.
Possible.
And again, the fact that you don't need any bodies to claim insurance money, like people be scamming, and
I'm not past that.
Rich people don't scam.
I'm just going off of what's reported. You know, I can't say nay yay.
Yeah. What else you have on it? Anything else?
On that, other than the fact that the dude bought supplies from Best Buy and Bull Job, you know what I'm saying? It's like when he's buying cameras that you can put on your house to watch, you know, people knocking on your door. It's like bootleg stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, wait a minute. Hold up. See, yeah, I couldn't. Yeah, Yeah, I've been suing Best Buy. I've been suing Target. I've been suing all of them. I've been suing everybody in the water. I've been suing cardboard companies. I'd be suing metal. I'd be suing bags. I'd be suing all because hey, you know, hey, it's related.
The fact that they had $250,000 to blow, they don't need to sue anybody. You don't need to sue anyone. Just go into one of your accounts and get your money out of there.
I'm suing everybody too.
See, I'm suing because again, they signed waivers. I ain't signed nothing, but my heart hurt. I heart hurt for how much they spent and the pain and suffering that I'm going through. I ain't signed no way. So I want my money. And I want it now. Because the fact is this other stuff wouldn't stop me from trying. I clear for the Lord, wouldn't stop me from trying.
Let me be the lawyer. Pay me a deposit. I'm gonna be your lawyer.
Isms. It's gonna be something recouped. Y'all gonna give me a Subway sandwich or something. Somebody gonna ease my pain. God dang it. You know what I'm saying? You gonna give me a Subway sandwich and some cookies or something. You gonna do something. You gonna do something.
Please.
A fruit basket. Something. Please. You gonna do something.
Wow. Shelton, they chose. They knew.
They chose. I didn't. I'm hurt. They chose. When they decide, that was on them. I'm talking about me. I'm hurt. My feelings hurt.
Your mental anguish money, okay.
Dang straight, all that.
Go tell them people you the nephew, so you can get your money.
At least, you think I wouldn't if I was? You think I wouldn't if I was?
Go get your money.
Give me a Snickers bar or something. I'm hurt.
Right.
I'm hurt.
To the next one because Uncle Shelton
getting his lawyers together.
His wounds and you know,
yeah.
His bandages, you know, and get his money from Target. We're gonna move on to the Chicago mother and
Mm.
son.
Woo.
Mm, mm.
Yeah,
Mm.
let's get
Cha.
into that.
My black brothers, we have to
Mm.
do better.
Hmm.
Therapy is necessary. You go into an establishment and for whatever reason you get into a verbal altercation with a woman and you decide that you want to put your hands on her in public
Mm. Mm.
and your demise. Sorry, like you can't think that you can do anything
Hmm.
to everybody. And if you went home the night before or the day before and you kicked your baby mother around and
Oh Lord.
you beat your mother up and
Whoa.
your grandmother
That's on the
too.
edge for real,
Yeah,
fam.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
So
Mm.
what
So,
actually
cause I
happened?
already know that my sons wouldn't have it either. Trust and believe that.
What actually happened
So they
though?
got into an altercation, supposedly in a restaurant, a fast food, picking up food. Now, how the altercation began, I don't remember. The fact that she challenged him. Basically, that's how I get it. Like his ego got in the way.
Hmm.
He hit her.
Mm.
Wait a minute. Somebody hit.
The man hit the lady, the
Okay.
woman,
In the store?
in the store. So me and you, we gotta go get our kids food. Like, say we leave here and go, you gonna get dinner, Sonji, like you may do for your family, and you got your son in the car waiting for whatever long. It must have took too long. The son come in.
You sure this wasn't in Baltimore?
No, it wasn't. It was really in Chicago. And
Mm.
this the son see you arguing with a man. So the mother says to him, "Hey, go back in the car. Go back in the car." And that escalated. I guess he thought that the man thought she was talking to him, and he punched her. He went to punch her again, and bam, that was it. But my only thing
So
is,
what's the band part? What
they
happened?
killed him. The boy killed him.
What the boy do? I
Shoot
mean,
him.
give us a play by play. I don't
No,
know.
no, no.
It's news.
I wasn't there.
So what the news say? Allegedly.
Allegedly. Mm.
Yeah.
The young boy shot him. Went to the car and got the gun and shot him.
But they're saying that he was egged on by his mom to go and shoot.
No, the
because-
mother didn't tell him to do
but that's
anything.
what they're saying. They're saying egged on or cheered on or whatever they want to use
Mm-mm.
by mom.
Yeah,
that's what it
they
says.
report.
If you Google it, it's gonna say
They're saying
team.
she told him to go
Go ahead.
to shoot him.
Oh, she did. I don't know,
That's
but
what-
I
That's
probably
that's
would
that's
too.
that's
Get
what
him.
that's what I was saying when I looked at it.
But I probably wouldn't have to tell my sons to shoot nothing because I already know my sons gonna ride with me. But at the same token, all the people in the restaurants, even the people behind the glass, no one thought to say, "Hey, maybe you need to step outside." Anything of that nature.
They
And
could have
again,
did
we live in
that.
a culture of mind our business. I get that. However, when he physically attacked her, nobody stepped in but her son.
Yeah, you know what? But I'm
And that's my thing with men, our men in this culture not protecting women because they always want to make it seem like we're problematic. In this situation, he was clearly problematic and nobody checked him. And then it's like, oh, he had 2 kids. Did he think of his kids?
Now, how old was the young man?
Now, I don't know. So you have to look at that. You
He
have
was
to
14.
look at.
He was
No,
14.
the young man was 14.
Oh, you
And
talking
mind
about?
you,
You talking about?
they had great.
Oh no, I wasn't.
They saying the boy was a nice 14-year-old scholar, so he wasn't like a 14-year-old knucklehead. So he had enough common sense and decency to know that you protect a woman.
But let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about the. I know for a fact that I'm a female, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, for real deal, real deal, like real female stuff. You know, really was born like that. But anyway, I'm a
This
woman,
is it.
and I know that I'm extremely emotional, right? If I tell my son to do something out of emotion, him being a male, he would say, "Mom," he would actually give me the consequences. Believe it or not, Mom, if we do this, there's no coming back from this. And that's when, boom, if he's got to school me, then I'm out of order. But at the same time, I still take the advice from him
But
that,
she wasn't out of order.
but here's what I'm saying. She is out of order by using the gun, is what I'm saying. It's like if the other guy had a gun, right? I understand, but he didn't have a gun. He put his hands on it. Yes, it's all kinds of stuff in that supermarket. Let me tell you something. He would have had a whole shelf over top of him messing with me. I'm talking about canned goods, watermelon, bananas. I'd have picked up anything so that I won't catch no assault with a weapon charge. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing I do know is I'm emotional. So people were like, Sonji, you should go to the gun range. You should learn how to shoot a gun. Yes, okay, maybe so. But should I carry one in my car? Should I carry one in my pocket? Should I carry one? No, because y'all know Sonji.
Sonji, my only thing is they can
I'm the
exchange words
extreme.
all day long, and
I'm the
because the fact that
extreme.
he's not emotionally regulated, clearly he wasn't emotionally regulated. If you went to the extent of hitting someone that you don't even know, and it's a female,
I will punch him back. Let me tell you something.
I agree.
I will be on his back, his
I agree.
neck. He will be like, "Who is this? This the devil." I don't care. I'm not saying I can beat a man, but I'm just saying I'm not going to get a assault charge. And if those people ain't around helping, I will be acting a donkey. Somebody help me! This man is trying to kill me! Ah! I will play the Babe in the Woods. I will throwing. Let me tell you something. Here had watermelons and apples. Go ahead, y'all.
This
Yeah,
is it.
see, I can't.
It's not my
Ideally, I
show.
could get behind the fact of somebody stepping in, but reality wise,
Yeah.
I'm not know if I'd be too quick because I done heard too many instances where you come in being the good Samaritan and you
Right.
leave out in the body bag,
I
and it's
agree.
like because you don't even know the circumstance of what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like some people came in after the chicken was already cooked, and they just came in on the joint. I don't know if that's your wifey. I don't know if that's your girl. I don't know if y'all be playing Mike Tyson Punch Out when y'all get home. I don't know if that's how y'all love tap. I have no idea. Y'all might be on some regular stuff because some people cuss each other out as
Mm-hmm.
signs of love. Dysfunctional as hell, but it is what it is. I came in and the
Yes.
fries was just cooked. I don't know what's going on. You shouldn't be talking to her like that, but maybe she like to be talked to like that. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
you like to be hit like that. Maybe she like to be hit like that. I don't know. I'm staying over here. I'm minding my business. I ain't recording nothing. I ain't saying that. But y'all need to get up out of here because I'm trying to get my food. That's all I'm concerned
And
about
that's
right
we
now
need
because
to
I
get
don't know
up
y'all
out of
business.
here. If
You
I
know
was there,
that get
I'm
up
gonna
out of
tell
here with
you.
that. That's on some
If
other
so,
stuff.
so you telling them you if I was there, I'm just being like weird. But if I was there, I'd be like, y'all walk away.
I probably would have left out. Like if I
Y'all
didn't want to get
Yeah.
involved or see
keep
anything, I
walking.
probably would have like
I'd have got
forget that food. I'm
security.
out
I
because I
would
don't.
have ran and got security. Somebody needs to, because we've seen
Yeah.
fights up here where people did some stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I would go get security real quick. Like
Yeah.
y'all need to come and secure this because it's a grown man in a woman's face. You know what I
Right.
mean?
It's a
And
grown man, and he physically punched her.
and how come she in his face? I'm not
No,
saying
he.
anything wrong with her. I don't give a damn. It's a public place. If you Talithia got in my face and I know you are 7 feet
Mm-hmm.
and I'm 5 foot whatever, do I think I can beat you? I am beelining and I'm gonna report you.
I
I'm gonna
don't.
be just like them people at the movie theater when you start talking.
I don't think either one of them felt like the story was going to escalate to that extent.
You
I think
gotta
they
assume
exchanged
that it
words.
will. You
And
have to assume
I
that it
mean,
will.
again, at what point did not feel a need that he could have walked away? Like, was it really
I'm
that
not talking
serious?
about him. I'm talking about her in a survival mode. Women have to be able to survive. So we gotta not think like a man and get our asses out of there.
He was the aggressor,
I
though,
don't care.
Sonji.
I don't care. I mean, how many times you've been in a relationship and you got into it with somebody and you got away?
I'm walking out again. Like I said,
You in
I'm
a
walking
supermarket.
away.
You're not in a cage. You in a supermarket and somebody's in your face. Walk the heck away. Get out of it. And then that way you and your son don't have charges against you to go to jail. What was there? They were I think let me look at this picture again. But this is just my opinion. I'm just saying, in the heat of the moment, most people don't think. You know
Right.
what I
I mean,
mean?
and again,
But
the
I just
self-defense law kicked in because, again, they're out of jail and there's no charges pending.
good.
But again, because again, he
Did he
clearly,
die?
yes, he clearly assaulted that
Oh
lady.
God, I
He
don't want that on
assaulted
my
her,
conscience.
and that's the whole thing. Is it the self-defense law kicked in because he assaulted her. He went from the verbal exchange
Boom.
to a physical exchange. He assaulted her.
And I'm not saying anything is wrong. I'm not saying she did anything wrong. I'm saying get the hell out of there. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know. Maybe she was like, I gotta feed my
That's not
kids.
your husband. That's not something where you stuck in the house with somebody. I'm just this just my opinion. I've gotten into it with somebody with my hormones being imbalanced when I was pregnant, and I knew I was out of control because people would say stuff and I would say stuff back, and I'm like, okay, that's not my normal thought pattern. My normal thought pattern is survival. Let you go ahead and say whatever you want to say. I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? But when I was pregnant and I had them hormones going through my body, I was like, what? I got out the car, guy honked at me. I got my dumb ass out the car. If I had a gun, he would have been dead. It was just dumb stuff. Like my hormones was imbalanced.
I think he was just trying to control the environment, and the fact that he
care.
couldn't control the environment, it escalated
That's why
him.
he did, and it's unfortunate to die and lose your life because of a conversation. That's all I'm saying. It's senseless. And then to have a young man has to have that memory of taking another person's life. Like I can't imagine one of my kids having to shoot somebody under my demand. You know, like why? My first thing is to protect my son, right? And my kids. I'm not arguing with no grown man in the supermarket. He can say whatever he want to say. I'm out of there. Okay, bye. See ya. And then I may call a couple people before we get out the supermarket and let them handle the situation legally. But
I don't know. He was just out of line.
And
for
he
me.
is, but most people are. So everybody that's out of line, you're gonna challenge them and just put your whole family in jeopardy?
No, I don't think that was her intent at all. I don't think it was her intent for the son to even really kill him. I just think that they were in a bad situation at a bad time, and that was the end result. Again, we all can say what we do until we actually.
But you practice. It's a mindset. It's like, you know, you'll say, okay, whatever. Like I said, if I had a gun, my thoughts would be to get the gun.
Well, Sonji, I work in behavior health, and again, we always have to stay calm, and they tell you got to take this training, you got to do this, and you got to breathe, and you got to do this technique, and you got to do this, and it all works until you're in that situation. So fight and flight kicks in. Fight and flight
I understand.
kicks
That's
in.
the reason why I don't carry a gun. That's all
And-
I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I don't
And
carry
Sonji,
no gun.
like,
I don't got no switchblade.
I gotta get out of here. I came in this store. I came in this environment, and I need to leave this environment the same way I came in. So I've been in some brawls with some people, and again, I want to get out. Again, am I trained to do this? Yes. Am I trained to do that? Yes. Am I trained to do conflict resolution? Yes. All of that. However, each crisis or incident is not the same. So the same thing I handled yesterday in the 7-Eleven when the guy cracked slick, or at the Starbucks, you got it, versus this guy going toe to toe with me and I got my kids with me. It's a whole different story.
I'm not doing it. I'm not. If I'm in a supermarket, I'm not gonna. If I had my baby girl with me, my grandbaby with me. She's 7 months. She's 7 months old, right? I'm in a car and somebody tries to argue with me, I'm out of there.
I agree. I totally agree.
And then if I'm with my 14-year-old daughter and somebody arguing with me, I can't put my daughter in that position to have to do something. I know she'll probably jump on his back and choke him out. You know what I'm saying? But suppose he throw her across the room and break her back or neck or something. You know what I mean? Then I gotta have that.
I think once
situation.
the guy punched her, that's when it again escalated. So the verbal exchange was cool. It is a verbal exchange. You get to say what you want. I get to say what I want. I don't know you. You don't know me. When you hit me, I'm hitting you back. You learn that as a little kid.
Well, you
learn that as a little kid. Like, You cannot put your hands on people. You
No,
learn that in you cannot.
But you are female and you're not a man.
Again,
That's
but
the problem. It's
this
like,
not two people that we know.
no,
Like
I'm
I
not
don't.
saying that. I'm talking female and male, and the female's thought is to be survive and to protect her children. So all I'm saying is, I'm not saying that she can't protect herself. I'm saying her son going to the trunk and
He
getting
struck
a gun.
her. He
It doesn't
struck.
matter. It doesn't
What,
matter.
Sonji?
It doesn't matter. I'm not gonna instruct my kid to kill somebody. I'm
Sonji,
just
this
not.
man that you don't know
Doesn't matter.
from. Oh yeah, it do matter.
I'm not. I'm saying that's my opinion. I'm not going to instruct my children to kill somebody. I'm just
But he
not
could have
gonna
killed
do that.
you.
That's fine.
Then you with your
That
kids
is
without a mother.
fine. It doesn't matter. I'm not gonna have my kid being in. If we're in a house and somebody's an intruder that comes in, you know what I'm saying? Yes, we have to protect ourselves, but we are at a supermarket. He done walked past a lot of people, you know what I mean, to go to the trunk and get a gun. I'm saying what she did, that's her relationship with her and her son. My relationship with my son and him and my daughters and my kids, I swear I can't instruct them to get a gun. I might instruct them to get a couple of cans.
But you can kill
What do you
somebody with a
think?
can
That's
too.
fine, but I'm not going to use a weapon that I know that it catches a certain amount of charges. So in an environment where somebody's attacking, like I said, I will use what is in the environment so that if they I'm not trying to kill, but he will get the heck away from us. Because after we start throwing so many things, and then we can get out of there. Because remember I told you I'm a throwologist, right?
Sonji.
But go ahead, Uncle Shelton.
Shelton, come on,
Go ahead, Uncle
Shelton.
Shelton.
I see what y'all saying, and before I get into what my point is, I got to make this public service announcement.
Okay.
People, stop fighting around the food. I done seen too many daggone fights and Royal Rumbles happening at Popeye's Chicken and
They
people,
hungry and
McDonald's and all this other type of stuff. Look, I'm mad about food sometimes too. But y'all got to stop having altercations, throwing biscuits at the cashiers and all this other type of stuff, because you ain't got your cookies and Subway ain't got fresh cookies when they ain't even their daggone job, stuff like that, taking videos at the drive-thru. You ain't got no fresh cookies. We are not a cookie shop. We are a burger place. Cookies is a luxury item that we provide to you just so you have something sweet after you eat our burgers. Get the hell on and make your own damn Toll House cookies. Get the hell out of here. Okay, now I'm done with that. I see both sides of what you're saying. I understand what you're saying as far as protecting and things like that or whatever. So and you're not thinking you're thinking get this motherfucker before he kill me. Right. Whatever you got to do. Because there's no rules that say I gotta fight you with the same arsenal that you fight me. I'm fighting to win. So if you came with a pea shooter and I came with a gauge, you brought a knife to a gunfight. That's on you. I get that. I also get the fact what Sonji is saying, because the fact is if I go in there with a double gauge, I'm looking about 25, 30. Where if I could hit him with a can of tomatoes, they just would have been like, oh, that's self-defense. You know what I'm saying? Because at least the can of tomatoes, it could be used as an option, but it's not primary. The primary is for you to crack that thing over, put over spaghetti. But if I bring a gauge in there, that gauge has only got one job: kill whatever is in front of it. That is it. So if you can think in that calm, somber mind that I'm gonna be like, okay, if I clock this motherfucker one good time, I'm gonna make my point, but I'm not gonna get that 25, 30 as if I tell Nathaniel, go get the gun, son, go get the gun. See, that's a whole different thing. It's a different thing there, because you had to go get it.
They to even have a gun in the car, to even have a gun in the car, like
you brought that life. you brought that because you already
they practice that.
Whatever environment they in is like, hey, bang, listen, we going home. That's how the mother teaching them. We going home, and I get it. So wherever they live, she protect. I gotta protect mine. We gonna protect each other. So if I got curry, I don't want to be there. I just don't want to be there.
Me neither. If I got curry to be
I don't want to be there.
Y'all don't put bad juju on my fries. I don't even want to eat no more.
Right.
I've gotten into it in the supermarket before with people. I mean, did any of you guys go shopping during the pandemic?
Yes. I got into it with somebody at the bank before, but again, at the end of the day, I got into it with somebody at the airport during the pandemic. My whole thing is, if you don't need to be in public, it's a you problem. Go to therapy. Go to therapy, people. Like, learn to self-regulate, because it's a you problem.
And I was going a little crazy, and my baby, I was pregnant with the Deja.
Poor Deja.
I felt like people were. I was just grabbing people. I was just pulling a lot of energy that was coming my way of people just being disrespectful because I had a little belly and I was a black woman and my husband wasn't with me, so they was treating me all kind of crazy, right? So I was like, I mean, I'm talking about they would push the cart near my belly, weird stuff, right? I was ready to fight, so I was always ready to fight then. And then I said, listen, something's wrong. Like you said, I tried to self-evaluate. I said, something's wrong. Maybe I need to go to the supermarket with people so they can see what I'm seeing, so that they don't think that, you know what I mean, it's me only, right? I'm just attracting this weird energy. So I get to the supermarket and I said, listen, son, you got to go with me. So my son went with me, and I told the story before. And my son went with me to Walmart, right? And so I'm in Walmart and everything was going fine till we got outside. As soon as we got outside, I'm in the crosswalk. Here's a car coming. I'm already in the crosswalk. He was not stopping. And I told my son, I said, do you see this? He said, yep, I got you. So he pushed the cart right in front of the car. And he cursed a little bit. Whoa, mother effer. And he pushed the car in front of the car. Now, the guy didn't want to hit the cart, but he sure was going to hit my rubber bumper buggy baby bumper. And I don't know why he felt like he needed to do that. And so my son, I said, he thought I was exaggerating at first, right? Because of the energy. So that lady might have been attracting that type of energy.
I'm
because,
not
like
disputing
you said,
that, but
it's not a dispute. I'm making a statement. She may have been attracting that type of energy because she's about that life, you know what I mean? And I had a best friend that was like that, you know what I mean? She almost got me killed, you know, by that's the type of energy she drew in, and she almost got me killed doing that. And I never got in a car with her again. And so, and it shook her up too, because the man tried to run us the man tried to run us off the road because she cut him off. You cut people off all the time, right? Do they try to kill you?
Yes.
These people, this man literally tried to kill us. He chased us down the whole beltway. We dodging. We trying to get away from him. We like, bop, 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 bop. He's still behind us. Yeah, like Ghost Speed Racer. And I was like, it's the Taliban. It's the Taliban.
This is it. This is it. Show it. Get Sonji, please.
Yeah.
He don't care.
I was with you at first.
Right.
He did look like one of those people that had a bomb in their car. He looked like one of the people that had a bomb. Like, you picked the wrong person to cut off. He was going to die that night. He didn't care killing us. So,
as much as I love movie night,
like a pile-up end result to that. All right, so let's go to the next thing. We're going to do the movies, not the move-in. This is the nature podcast by Coyote Man or Yogi Man. And we're going to listen to this clip, and then we're going to talk about that, and then we're going to close up. All right,
okay.
That's cool.
Should a man move in his woman's house? Let's think about this. Welcome to Nature Podcast, the search and struggle for balance, and I'm your host, Yogi Man. Now, before we get started, I must always say my disclaimer. This message doesn't apply to everyone because it's exceptions to every rule. But now that we done got that bull out of the way, should a man move in his woman's house? Well, let me start off by saying, hells no. See, men and women are different. If a woman moves in her man's house, but she gets on his nerves, he might go into the next room or have sex with her sister or something, but he won't put her out the house. Even if you in the car with your man and you get on his nerves, he's not gonna kick you out the car. He might not want to be with you anymore, but he's gonna make sure that you get home safely. But guys, if you're in her house and you get on her nerves, you're getting the hell out of her house. And if you're in her car and you run your mouth too much and you get on her nerves, she don't care if she's on the darkest roads of Mississippi. You're getting the hell out of her car. And if you just happen to left your cell phone in the car seat by accident, she will throw it out the window and say you shouldn't have been talking if you wanted a ride home. So guys, you can move her into your house, but I wouldn't suggest you moving into hers because men and women are not the same. Once again, this is Nature Podcast, the search and struggle for balance. Now I look forward to hearing what you think. So whether you agree or disagree, I appreciate your comments. Yodi man! If you like the content, subscribe, like, share.
All right, guys, we're back. Okay, Uncle Shelton, we're gonna get you to start off first. What do you think about the little demonstration?
I can't say that I disagree. Yeah, I mean, more than likely, yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, like, granted, it's not. I don't like saying all because it's not all. There's always people that aren't like that, but it's highly probable that yeah, if I move in to your house and I say something, do something, or do things that you don't particularly care for,
Mm-hmm.
you're not going to hold your tongue in the fact that this is your house that I moved into. You know, it's different when we moved into a house. Okay, yeah, we neither one of us can really say anything from that standpoint. But I move into your house, yeah, they're a little different. I mean, yeah, uh, it's what it is. I can't argue it. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, did you have a situation that happened that proves yet that that's true for you?
Well, there's been a couple of occasions where I didn't live there, but an argument happened, and it wasn't too quick before get out. You know what I'm saying? It's like just the fact I didn't live there, so it's like okay, all right, you know what I mean from that standpoint. But okay, imagine if I did live there. I don't think it would have been different. It would have been more. It would have been difficult for me to actually find somewhere permanently to. I mean, that short amount of time. But hey, yeah, I get out, leave, I go out, chill, party, whatever the case may be. But yeah, it ain't take much for that. Get out type, yeah, it definitely did. I think once
Ah.
one time I think yeah, it was one time we had an argument long time ago, and that I walked through the door and never came back through it. You know what I'm saying? It's just because it got that, and that wasn't the way I intended that argument to go, even though I was insulted. But I wasn't like, yeah, with you, I'm leaving, I ain't coming back. No, that wasn't the plan. But when you told me, okay, well, you can get out, I'm like, yes, I can, and I ain't coming back. So,
So how does I'm gonna play like Oprah for you for 2 seconds. How does that make you feel when someone tell you to leave their home, female or male?
Well, it's insulting. I mean,
I mean,
it's
you
like
doing
it
that
shouldn't be
because you
that deep.
disturb that peace. You disturb the peace within
Some people's
the
peace was already
home.
disturbed. They can't spell peace. It's like your because your thing is because okay, now I can't speak for everybody. I can only speak for myself.
Hmm.
I don't come in the situation with the confrontation or the angriness or whatever the case may be.
Hmm.
Usually, I'm the recipient
Hmm.
of it. You know,
Mm.
and even in that aspect, I'm not going but so far.
Hmm.
I don't appreciate, but I'm also the type person that like at a certain point in time, you're going to piss me off because I know I didn't come at you a certain way, and you decided that it was just a wise idea to come at me totally 180 from where I'm coming at you.
Hmm.
Now I'm pissed because you taking a certain type of tone with me, and I ain't even called for that. Ain't even called for that, and you took
Right.
it there. So now we here. Now I got issue. Now even with me having an issue, I'm not so quick to be like get out that type of thing, so on and so forth. If I'm on the aspect of you need to leave, you've already done something that's kind of like close to a point of no return. I mean, you threw something, you hit me, you tried to hit me. One of those things. And it's like, okay, you got to get the hell out of here. Because if you stay too much longer, I ain't saying I'm gonna do something, but I'm gonna find somebody that is. Because I ain't gonna take no ass whoop. I'm telling you that right now. Aunties, sisters, my adoptive sisters, somebody's coming over here to tear that ass up. Because I'm not going down for you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna get my ass whooped, and you ain't gonna call cops on me and say that I physically harmed you by putting you
Mhm.
outside of this house. So I'm no, we ain't doing that. So yeah, it usually, and I'm just speaking for me. I know everybody. Some people hit first and think later. That's not really my thing. I'm thinking like
Hmm.
kind of like something we were talking before. I'm thinking about things, thinking of how this could go from bad to worse, and I don't want it to go there. So I'm up here. I'm cool. But uh, yeah, I'm careful about that type of stuff. I don't like that.
Right. Oops. Sorry about that. I put a screen up on you. Sorry about that. Okay, I got you. I got you. So what would warrant you to even think? You just said that, she would have to put her hands on you or something like that, right?
Or attempt to. That works.
Wow.
Attempted assault is still the same thing to me. Your reflexes ain't good enough. I blocked you, but it still hurt. It hurt like you hit me because the point that you would raise your hand up to me, I got issue with you.
Oh my goodness.
You might as well have knocked every tooth out of my mouth because you
Hmm.
raised your hand to me. That wasn't necessary. That ain't cool.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
All right. So I got a majestic rock. Can you hear us? He's in here, but I can't hear him.
You know,
Yeah, he's in here. I don't hear him.
I
come
heard the
on with it.
chime.
Yeah, he's in here, but we don't see him or hear him. He must got his phone on something weird. Hello, Derek. Lord help us. Okay, so here's my opinion on it. I know that y'all already know I'm a firecracker, right? And I don't like anything to disturb my peace. I can't promise you I ain't gonna ask you to leave if you get on my nerves too much. You know what I'm saying? And if I ask you to stop doing something, I may not ask you to leave forever, but I may ask you to leave for that moment. Now, what do you think I should do instead of doing that, Shelton?
I see, because you're a firecracker.
Yes.
See, so I can't. It be in the best interest of him to leave because I don't think you can put your firecrackerism in a mode that's going to allow you to
Mm.
civilly talk about a situation in the presence in that time. You need some time to meditate and calm down and get kind of to the level of maybe a lit match,
Hmm.
maybe, and then maybe you can have a conversation. But you in firecracker mode, so him staying around, somebody gonna catch a case, and that's not what anybody want to do. So yeah, it's in his best interest to leave because you on the up stuff.
So you think he should leave no matter
But
who house it is?
no, see, hmm. Depending upon who it is, it's like it's possible that you can be talked down off that ledge. You could say, I think you should leave. I could say, well, I think I should stay. And then you say, well, why you think I should stay? Well, because I think we need to talk this out and we need to handle this. Like,
If we like
because I'm
yelling
not
and
coming
all the
at you.
thing, it's like somebody gotta go. But I'm the type though, I don't like the person to leave in the heart of an argument. I don't think we should even get that far. But if we do happen to get that far, I don't think that a person with that type of energy that is generated between the two people, in my opinion, I don't think it's safe for him to leave out. You know what I mean? Because I don't think he's in the right state of mind to be going anywhere. I think that we should come to some type of resolution to agree to disagree. Listen, okay, we're mad. Let's calm down, and then let's talk about it later. But if we so mad that we throwing stuff at each other, I know he's going to leave anyway. But if he doesn't, I'm gonna ask him, just leave because something like you said is gonna happen bad. But I'm not gonna put him out. Now I know people who put people out. I'm talking about went through their phone, saw some things, assumed some things, packed their stuff, and throw it outside.
Mm.
And then after they finish talking and she calms down, he comes back into the house, get all his stuff, put it back in place. I've even seen it where video games and TVs and all kinds of stuff was destroyed. Not me though, was destroyed. You know what I'm saying? Because she's under the impression that he's gonna be out of there. They resolve it, he's back in there. But eventually, it's gonna dissipate.
Yeah, but again, that depends on who you're dealing
Derek,
with.
you in here?
Because
Still don't hear. Maybe he's just listening. Okay, go ahead.
because you could run into somebody, say for example, you already at 562, and who you mad with, it takes them a long time for them to get to 200. I would say.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, even though you already yada da 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 da, and they know you like that, it's kind of like, and you say get out, they'll probably be like, okay, and because they aren't going there with you, they know how you are, they know it's no getting through, or whatever the case be. So they leave out. Now they might not necessarily be where you are from an emotional standpoint of they're gonna go out here and be all upset and mad and blah blah blah, so on and so forth, and not focus and probably drive and hit a tree or whatever the case would be. That ain't them. But because they rather not even, okay, it's like a lost cause for right now. I'm gonna holler at you about, let me see, it's about 3:30. I'm gonna holler at you about 6 o'clock. And then after you done had your tantrum, after you done did what you did, you done threw some stuff, whatever the case would be, and I holler back at you. So some people like that, you know. Like even in my situation, she was already at 220. And I was insulted, but I was like, this is bullshit. Part my French. And I'm like, so we gonna do this. And she's like, yeah, because if you try to say that I'm a bad mother and I can't do that, blah, 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 and blah, blah, I'm like, and I don't know how to raise my kid, then you get out, but I'm like, you don't. And I left out. It's like, so, and it's like, it was what it was, so, but I was fine going home. It's like, you tripping.
They was working my nerves. They did some crazy stuff. So it's like, I just believe that once you do ask them to leave, you gotta really mean it. Because once you ask a gentleman to leave, he 9 times out of 10, a lot of them ain't coming back.
Okay, so my reason for him not moving in is not neither of those reasons at all. Like
we're talking about putting them out.
But again, him
So
moving
now,
in, period.
Right,
Like
we're talking about putting them out. So now let's talk about them moving in.
Yeah, like him moving into her space. Like, why? Like, why? Like, where was your space before you had to move in with her? So just let's play it safe.
I can answer that.
But right, listen. So just play.
I can answer that.
Go ahead.
Wifey here. I was in Baltimore. It's just me.
Okay.
Here
So
it's her and the kids.
all right. So
So
again,
it made more sense.
every circumstance don't fit the equation. Again,
That's what I'm saying. You just said why. I said why. That's
all
all.
right.
So it just made more sense. It was less. It's easier to move one than it is three. You know what I'm saying?
Again,
So
again,
yeah. So yeah.
again. So I have a house. You have a house. We come together. You don't want to get rid of your house. I don't want to get rid of my house. How we make this a partnership? Like that's my thing. Like that's
Oh
always
yeah.
been my dilemma because I want us to have equal responsibility as far as being in union and in partnership. Because again, say I don't put them out. You feel me? Say we not getting into arguments or anything, whereas though you got to get out. Say that I'm almost at the end of paying my mortgage off, and now your name is not on the house. We together. Something happens to me. This house going to my kid, but you helped me pay it off. Pay it off. You feel me? Like I think in those realms for myself and things of that nature. Because when women generally get space, if they don't have any kids, they getting a space for their children, so to speak. But hopefully, if you date somebody like me, I have young adults. So again, I still wouldn't see a man moving in with me. And I don't see me moving in with a man either.
So what do you suggest?
We gonna have to get our collectively get something together. That's for
Get your us
me.
place. Get your us place.
Us place, right. Because not only that, like we're at the right age we are, we've been to different transitions in our life. So again, for me, I'm a grandmother. Most people don't believe it, but I am. I have young adults. So I'm not looking for no man to move into my space, period. Like, that's just not on the agenda for me. And I don't think he probably will leave because of that. And I think that most women who say get out of my house is because he doesn't have any ownership in the place. She know that it's not his fully. It's just hers. And she's operating out of partnership. She operating out of one person versus two and self. Because again, even if he's paying all the bills or what have you, you're not saying get out. You just not. It's one of those things for me. Like I'm not gonna say get out. Even if you're in a dark road, like you piss me off, I'm gonna take you to your destination. I might not talk to you tomorrow, but I'm gonna make sure that you get home safely. I'm not gonna displace you because I get into an argument with you. Cause I might be the one to leave the house, not you. So that's for me, just to have my peace. I may not put you out because I wouldn't displace you. But my thing is, why would you move in with me? Because it's cheaper? Yeah, maybe. But for the most part, get somebody else to do it because it's not going to be me.
Right. And the thing about it is, it all depends on where you are, and and your mindset, and if you're in your proper roles, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, if once he comes in, he takes ownership of
Right,
everything. He
because men
becomes the
lead.
head. He
Right.
becomes the head. But
Mm-hmm.
if you don't plan on giving him, if you're not surrendering that, you don't plan on giving him the kingship, then he shouldn't move in anyway.
Right.
You know,
Right. How do
because
you reign over a domain that you don't own?
she's gonna she and then the thing is, it's like, we I've seen married people put each other out, and their both names are on the lease. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? That, the sleeping of the couches are put
Let's
out. You know what I
let's
mean? And
yeah, let's
I've
be
heard
real
men
about
say, "I'm not sleeping on no couch." Like, what? My back? You gonna
it.
mess my back up because you mad at me? Get it together. We're not gonna be doing this. We're gonna resolve the issue, and that's it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Shelton.
I mean, in reality, when you get into an argument stance, you're not saying ours. Even if
Right.
legally your name's on there, whatever, you're like my house. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a darn if you ain't put one red nickel in it. If you make the home, let's say you ain't responsible for the mortgage or anything or the utilities, whatever the case be. You make the home.
Right.
You still gonna be like my house. It's
Because
like because
technically
you
you
put
bought it for
you,
me.
Because that's the
Again,
you
women,
put in
but
it.
right?
you're
That's how
right.
the
You
women
Yeah,
technically
always
yeah.
you
So
you bought the
take.
house for me anyway.
Yeah, the
Right.
women always take the house. I mean, even in a
Yeah.
situation where you guys get divided and it's a
Yeah.
divorce, the woman
Cause you
usually
buy
take
the
the
house
house
for the woman. You buy the house
because
so
that's
that
her
you can make
job,
it a home, right?
right?
For the woman to make it a home. That's why the whole
I
thing of
don't.
displacing a man.
I don't agree with that either. I don't think you should do that. It's like
You
it's
don't?
not. It's no. If he does something wrong, you can't put him out.
Oh
And
yeah, I'm
if
not into putting
and if
nobody out.
she does something wrong, you can't put her out.
Yeah,
You
don't
got.
do it.
I mean, I've heard that something from Jada and Will on one of their interviews. They said, "Oh,
Don't use them.
the house is so big. They built the house like so big that if they do come to some type of disagreement, one can go on one side, the other can come on the other side." But Will said he's not for all that, separation thing. I think separation is final. It's like it's so final that it's hard to come back. If you say, okay, we're gonna separate for a little bit, all kinds of stuff happen while y'all separated, and it's so final. It's no matter what you try to make it think, try to pretend and make it become something. By the time you guys all get back together again, somebody's pregnant.
How?
Hey, we
Because
was
it's
on
a
break. We
separation,
was on
it's
break.
a hiatus, it's a weekend at Bernie's, it's a what you call it, what's done in
Mm-mm.
Vegas, stay in Vegas bull crap, and next thing you know, somebody is pregnant.
We was
And
on
now you
break.
gotta figure out what you gonna do. And then the woman's like, okay, I can deal with it, until that baby comes. And it's like, yuck, I don't like the way this feels.
Nah. You,
When we
you,
break,
you,
we
people do
break.
it. You do it. You break up. You get back together to do what? Break up again.
They are
But
gonna break up again
right.
because the breakup was you can't. It's like you gotta, if you break up, it just gotta be final. It's no whole back and forth. You just it's not. I mean, out of all the, that's like when I break, when by me being like a cancer, and you are too. It's like we make sure that it's exhausted before
Mm,
we. If we don't, it's gonna be exhausted either way, because it's
mm-hmm.
like once that person take that break on you, it's like all the stuff that was done, if they taking a spiritual break and they not really dealing with nobody, and y'all both agree that y'all not gonna deal with nobody and y'all stay true to it's a possibility. When you start venturing out in the world and
Mm-hmm.
getting your little independent feeling all again, and
Mm-hmm.
freedom in your mind, because you should be free in your relationship, but you bind each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now, since you were binded in a way, not like a spiritual bind. I mean, bind it like, where you going? What you doing? Where you at? And once you
Mm.
get used to not dealing with that, it's like you got that freedom of doing what you want, and then you try to come back. It's like you ain't learned anything, so you might as well. I believe personally, you might as well learn while you're in the relationship and get that stuff together. That's just my opinion. But the move-in thing, um, or I mean, I've gotten into an argument where in my own car with the gentleman driving the car, right? Like, and he felt as though he didn't want to be stranded, so he takes
Mm-hmm.
my car and leave me stranded.
Mm.
I decided to hop my happy ass, excuse my language, in the car so I wouldn't get stranded. So now both of us driving on the beltway angry. Do
Mm.
you know what I'm saying? Fussing back and forth. And it was horrible. And
Problematic.
yeah, but I wasn't letting, because if I would have let that go, he would have drove all the way to a whole nother state with my car and then had me come pick it up.
Okay.
You know. And so
Yes,
I
too
had
much.
to I had to make a decision. Let me hop my tail in the car. He had the key. So it's like when you decide that you sharing and you guys are moving in and you're sharing cars and you're sharing houses, this is what you're supposed to do. you really got to trust that person.
I think you should have these conversations up front versus in the back end, and we tend to have conversations in the back end. Like, we say we're going to do this, and then the actions don't line up. Again, I say that all the time. But you said you was going to do this, and you said you're going to, yeah, but I changed my mind midstream. Okay. That's problematic. But at the same token, like, you get to change your mind. However, the communication piece as far as, hey, this is not working. It's really not working. And free will is attached to everything that you do. Just, we're not gonna do the dysfunction and the toxicity of you getting out, this, that, and the third. At this ripe age we are now, like, you're halfway dead. Like, I
you
don't.
getting out my house if you're gonna keep on getting on my nerves and you keep drinking the kids' Kool-Aid and their little sippy cups and eating their snacks.
We don't have no kids in the house like that. That's for the grandkids.
That's you, boo boo.
No.
But I'm just saying, in the whole, you
That's
want to
why-
stop sitting on the couch playing video games. You getting your lazy tail out and get a job.
He don't have no job.
I work from home. You do work from home, but you ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Working on whooping his ass and
like-
man, that's what I'm
Like,
doing.
you getting the heck out of here. Like, you eating the kids' food. Like, why?
That's
Dang
all
right,
that's
it's good.
problematic.
It's food.
That's problematic.
Stop.
What's wrong with you?
Well, go get
You
your
don't want me to drink the
EBT
Kool-Aid?
your EBT card and
Not the EBT
yeah,
card,
if you do
Sonji.
something, you ain't doing nothing. You in the house.
This it.
The Kool-Aid
On the
good.
couch,
Stop
there's
it.
a dent in the couch. It's
He
like,
shouldn't
we
have been
just
in
bought this
nobody's house but his mama house
We
at this
just bought
point.
this
If he got to do all that, stay with your mama.
That's
Like,
good.
or if your mother not around, go with your
She don't
sister, your
want 'em in
auntie,
there
your
either, but they
granny,
don't want 'em in the
somebody.
house.
Not me.
She don't let me have company.
They don't want them in the house. Get out of here.
Right. They don't want them, period.
Be-
She don't let me have company.
time
I
to
can't stay
cleave
at my
to
house.
your
They can't wait for you to get them.
wife. Time to cleave to your wife.
Sonji, yeah, you know that Joe got a problem and he's working. You're the best thing he's ever had. Yeah.
No, don't call me because I'm crazy. I am nuts.
You know.
He will want to get the heck out of there. He
I'ma
will want
talk
to be
to him.
homeless.
I'm gonna talk to him. I'm gonna call him after we get off the phone, and I'm gonna talk to him and just give him one more chance. No, take his ass with you.
Yeah, I ain't got time for it. Yo.
Sorry,
All this over Madden? All this over Madden now?
man.
I'm
Listen,
saying.
Man, here's the problem. You playing
Saying
the video
though.
games. I want to go to the movies. You want to play the video games. It's Valentine's Day. You
Valentine's
playing the
Day?
video games. I want to go out and eat. It's Christmas. You don't want to go out with the family. You want to be in there playing video games and watching movies on your computer. Get out. You ain't
First
good
off-
for a damn thing. You a couch warmer. You ain't bringing no money in the house. I'm hungry. I want some steak. When I ate steak, but I don't eat steak no more.
First of all, I work hard for this couch.
Sometimes,
I
Two,
wanna
I
say
work
that.
hard for that man.
sometimes they gotta get out.
3, your family don't even like me. That's why I don't go out with them. 4,
right,
why you worried about me
right.
being in on man? I could be out there at the club at the Boom Boom Room, you know what I'm saying, watching Shake It Fast. But no, I'm here playing Mad. You see where I'm at.
Peaceful air, and I can taste the air. Taste the air.
This is it.
You go to work.
You stay, get out of here.
You go to work. You get a lot of fresh air. I like my air here on this couch playing this
That's
Mad.
right. That's
Pick up the
right.
sticks. Pick up the
Get
sticks.
Just get
I don't know.
out.
I feel like you gotta do what works for you, but again, I don't suggest any man move into a house with a woman. That's on you.
What about the opposite?
I'm not moving in. I just told y'all I'm not. I'm
Why?
not.
For the
For
final.
him to put me out
You
when I
think he'll
crack
put you
slick, yeah.
You don't crack slick.
Well, I can't say
Ain't
that
gonna
I
put you
wouldn't.
out.
Yeah, you need
Ain't
your
gonna
own
put you
place
out.
So you can
Now
get
he'll
He
put you
gonna put
out
me out?
if you sleeping with his best friend.
I'm not gonna sleep with his best friends, his
Yeah,
cousins,
he'll put you out for that.
his brothers, none of that. I'm not doing all
But that'll
that.
get you put out.
Mm-mm.
It's another dude, that'll get you put out. Yeah, because he'd be like, go stay with him. Yeah, that'll get you put
I
out.
think if you decide to cheat, you better cheat with somebody got their own
I ain't
place.
cheating. So my whole thing, if I gotta cheat, I'm leaving. Period.
Cheat up.
Yeah, I'm not
Right
doing
on.
all that.
Cheat down.
I'm not. Cause we
Yeah.
could be somewhere and then something happened, then we both did, and we looking like, oh, she was with Joe. She was with Joe. No.
Yeah, I don't like the walk of
Yeah,
shame.
I ain't doing none of that. I'm not doing it. Like in this day and age, I'm not doing it. Or somebody screenshot, video record you with being places you don't have no places being. I'm not doing none of that. If I'm whoever I'm seeing is not a secret. If I gotta be a secret, holla back.
I don't wanna be your secret love.
Yeah. I'm a whole adult. And whatever I do or choose to do, I'm gonna take accountability and responsibility for it. Like,
Well, guys, we are about
Say
an
that.
hour and 20 minutes into this. It's pretty long. I'm gonna have to chop it up, like chop, chop, chittity, bop, bop. I'm gonna chop it up, put it back out there. But this is going to be on our Roku and Amazon Fire TV channel.
Cool.
Somehow, something's going on with that, so we got to end this, and we'll be back next week. Hopefully, we'll have a couple of guests that can come in, and we want to do match that flow. Or match my flow. Match my flow. I have Suki Mike is supposed to come back
Oh, cool.
and do match my flow, and I'm hoping to get Kimma Workman to come in and do the match my flow situation. I think that's gonna be awesome. And guys, the next clip we're gonna probably do that for the nature thing is should a woman stroke her male's ego? Now, isn't that sexual?
Stroke it.
I'm
Stroke
gonna
it,
sip my
goddamn.
tea.
Stroke it.
I think it's sexual. 'Cause
Stroke it.
That's his problem, the pride and ego.
yeah, and that's what
Stroke
we're
it.
gonna break. We're gonna break that down to in the brake pads. It's gonna be squeaking, 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 squeaking.
That's gonna be something, Sonji.
Nice.
Woo!
Nice.
Make sure I have my popcorn.
Shout out to my homeboy Devin. We talked about some of that today. He did kind of enlighten me on some things. He's not ready to come on the podcast yet.
Come on, Devin. Don't be scared.
Devin said he moves differently. I'm like, move over here and stop playing with us. We ain't got time. We don't got 2 months for you to get yourself together. They spit that knowledge, and hopefully we'll bring Coyote back. And I don't know, Coyote, if you want to be on this one, because we gonna break it. We gonna go down and dirty on the edge. We will push you, and if you fall, we gonna throw some pillows, but we gonna push you. What? We gonna break it down with the ego situation. We ain't playing with it, because that's like something that you're trying to get something out of somebody. Now, I believe in encouragement, I believe in motivation, and I believe in being inspirational, but the stroking of the ego situation, we're gonna break that down. All right, guys, I'll talk to y'all next week.
Peace.
See ya.
Yes, indeed.